Hey you! Yes, you watching this video? Have you ever seen a morning routine so powerful, so viral, that it literally broke the internet? Today we're diving into the morning routine that has taken the world by storm, Ashton Hall's. This routine isn't just a series of steps to follow, it's a philosophy, a lifestyle, a winning mentality. But be careful, we're not talking about waking up at 5 a.m. just to look good on Instagram. We're talking about a ritual that transforms your mind, body, energy, and future. So stay until the end, because I'm going to reveal one aspect of this routine that 90% of people ignore, and it's the one that makes all the difference. Part 1. Who is Ashton Hall and why has his routine exploded? Before diving into the concrete steps, let's take a moment to understand. Who is Ashton Hall really? And why are we talking so much about his routine? Ashton Hall isn't just a name buzzing on social media. He's a successful entrepreneur, a mental and physical performance coach, a content creator, but also a true architect of discipline. A man who has transformed his life into a laboratory of personal development, sharing the results of his experiments with rare authenticity. While many settle for reciting productivity tips or copying trendy habits, Ashton goes further. He tests, he adapts, he embodies every principle he teaches. And that's the key. He lives what he preaches. Passionate about neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and biohacking, he has managed to blend the best of modern science with ancient habits of wisdom and self-discipline. This explosive mix has allowed him to build a morning routine that aims not just to be more productive, but to optimize his mind, body, energy, and mental clarity. It's no coincidence that his videos get millions of views. His routine is so impactful, visually strong, and emotionally engaging that it has gone viral. TikTok has shared it, influencers have imitated it, entrepreneurs have integrated it, and thousands of people around the world have reported radical transformations after trying it. He has even been invited to several renowned podcasts and conferences where he explains in detail how a simple morning routine can become a weapon for inner transformation. And do you want to know the craziest part? His routine is not complicated. It consists of simple actions, but applied with rigor and intention. That's where the difference lies. By the way, tell me in the comments, did you already know Ashton Hall, or did you just discover him through this video? And if you already know him, what part of his philosophy has impressed you the most? Now let's get to the good stuff. Part 2, the brutal wake up, the step everyone dreads, 5 a.m. No snooze, no compromise. This is where it all begins. And believe me, it's not for the weak. Ashton Hall doesn't start his day gently with Zen music or a quiet coffee in bed. No, as soon as his alarm goes off, he jumps out of bed. Why? Because he believes that hitting the snooze button is postponing his life. According to him, every snooze is a little no you say to your goals. A no to your discipline, a no to your dreams. And the more you say no in the morning, the more your brain gets used to it. The result? You become this passive version of yourself who endures the day instead of dominating it. And you, be honest for a second. How many times do you hit snooze every morning? Once, twice, 3 times? Tell me in the comments. I want to know if I'm the only one who has struggled with this. But wait, Ashton doesn't stop there. He immediately follows up with the most dreaded step of his routine, the cold clarity shock. Imagine this. It's still dark outside. You've just woken up, and the first thing you do is jump into an ice-cold shower. Yes, cold. Not cool, not lukewarm. Ice cold. Why do this to yourself? Because it's not just about cold water, it's a mental challenge. It's a victory over comfort, a declaration of war against laziness. The benefits of this voluntary torture? Immediate awakening of the nervous system. Your body goes from a state of lethargy to warrior mode in less than 30 seconds. Natural dopamine. Spike. You feel alive, motivated, almost invincible. Increased mental discipline. You've already conquered a challenge first thing in the morning. The rest of your day? Easy. And you know what? The more you repeat this ritual, the more resilient you become. What others find difficult becomes your normal. And that's exactly where the secret lies for those who move faster than others. Imagine, you wake up, jump out of bed, face the cold, and feel your mind sharpen like a blade. You no longer wait for the day to start. You attack it. Ashton calls this the brutal start of clarity, because this moment tears you away from lethargy and propels you into a state of extreme lucidity. Part 3. The time for silence, Ashton's secret weapon. After the shock of waking up, it's time for calm. Ashton dedicates 10 to 15 minutes to silent meditation. No music, no phone, just him and his breath. And you know what? This is where everything starts to settle. Thoughts align, intentions clarify. Energy channels. Why is this powerful? Because we live in a noisy world, constantly stimulated, and true strength lies in knowing how to master your mind first thing in the morning. And you, do you meditate sometimes? Or is it still an unknown territory for you? Let me know. I'm curious to find out. Part 4, the War Journal, writing to dominate your day. Battlefield prep. That's how Ashton refers to this step, not just any journal. A combat notebook, a mental battle plan. Every morning, right after his cold ritual, Ashton sits down with his notebook in hand, like a general before battle. No distractions, no scrolling through TikTok, just him, his pen, and his mind in laser mode. Here's what he writes every morning without exception. 3 things he is grateful for. Even on days when things aren't going well, he finds something. His family, his health, a lesson learned, or even a failure that made him stronger. It reconnects him to what truly matters. 3 specific goals for the day. Not a to-do list of 20 half-thought-out things. No, just 3 strategic priorities. What will have the most impact? Because clarity is power. 1 personal mantra to boost his confidence. A phrase he repeats to himself throughout the day. An energy trigger. A message of strength. Example where I am unstoppable. It may seem simple, but your brain registers what you repeat to it. Why is this so powerful? Because it programs your subconscious. You no longer just live your day. You create it, you direct it, you impose it. You go from I'll see what happens to I know exactly what I'm going to accomplish. And this shift in attitude is what takes you from an ordinary life to an intentional one. A little exercise for you. Write in the comments 1 thing you are grateful for today. Just 1. You'll see just writing it down changes your mindset. And if you want to go further, also write your mantra for the day. I can't wait to read that. Part 5, strategic movement, exercise for physical domination. After focusing on the mind, Ashton tackles the body, but not just anyway. His morning workout is short, intense, and targeted, 20 to 30 minutes maximum. HIIT, planks, jump rope, kettlebell. Why? Because according to him, discipline starts in controlled pain. And he's right. When your body moves, your mind activates. Dopamine rises, mental fatigue decreases, and your concentration becomes laser focused. Do you exercise in the morning? If so, what kind? And if not, would you be willing to try at least 10 minutes tomorrow morning? Challenge accepted. Part 6, intentional nutrition. High-level fuel. No sugary cereals or rushed coffee. Ashton focuses on champion nutrition. His breakfast, proteins, eggs, Greek yogurt, good fats, avocado, olive oil, antioxidants, berries, green tea, and of course, a large glass of water with lemon and pink salt to rehydrate the body. This combination, it boosts energy, avoids blood sugar crashes, and promotes mental clarity. Ashton's little advice: if you don't nourish your body intelligently, you can't expect extraordinary performance from it. Part 7, strategic reading, knowledge above all. While others scroll through their Instagram feed half awake, Ashton feeds himself, but not on likes or notifications. He feeds on knowledge. Every morning, 20 minutes of strategic reading. No romance novels, no Twitter threads on the latest controversy. No, powerful books. Works on human psychology, business strategy, personal development and discipline, finance and investment, Stoic philosophy. Yep, Marcus Aurelius upon waking sharpens the mind. Ashton firmly believes in a simple yet incredibly powerful rule. 1% improvement per day results 37 times better in 1 year. You read a chapter today, you plant a seed, you do it tomorrow, you water it, you keep going, you become that person people look at and say, how do they manage to be so sharp? Why does it work? Because the ideas you consume in the morning shape your mindset for the entire day. You read about confidence, you stand taller. You read about strategy, you make smarter choices. You read about mental energy, you work with more focus. Ashton often says, read as if your life depends on it, because one day it will. A little challenge for you. 1. Do you read every morning? If so, what's your current book? Let me know in the comments. I want to create a community reading list. 2. And if you don't read yet, no worries. Start with 5 minutes a day, even 1 page. But start, you'll see the difference in a week. Part 8, absolute focus, the morning deep work. Before even checking his emails, Ashton dedicates 90 minutes to a key task. No distractions, phone on airplane mode, focused music, clear objective. This moment is his golden time. The time when he creates, thinks, innovates, writes, or solves the most important problems of his day. Do you really want to make a difference in your life? Reserve your first hours for what matters, not to respond to everyone. Do you have an important task that you often put off? If so, try to do it first thing tomorrow morning. And tell me what it changed for you. Bonus part, the element no one sees, but that changes everything. Remember, at the beginning, I promised you a secret element. the one that 90% of people ignore, but that makes all the difference. The little invisible detail that propels your day to the next level. Here's that detail: emotional visualization. Right after his war journal and before tackling his missions, Ashton isolates himself. No phone, no noise. Just 3 minutes, eyes closed, focused. But be careful, this isn't a Pinterest-style visualization with soulless affirmations. Ashton sees himself in his ideal day. He sees himself working with focus. He hears himself responding confidently to his clients. He feels pride, energy, excellence, and most importantly, he lives the emotions in advance. He doesn't just imagine succeeding. He feels what it's like to succeed. That's the secret, not just to see, but to vibrate. Why does it work? Because your brain doesn't differentiate between a real experience and an intensely visualized one. It's scientific. You train your mind like an athlete trains physically. You prepare your nervous system to perform. You activate your brain as if success were already there. And as a result, you move forward with the confidence of someone who has already won. Try it tomorrow morning. No need for a yoga mat or Zen music. Just you, your thoughts, and 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Visualize your strongest version. Feel it. Then come and tell me in the comments. Did you try it? What did you feel? Did your day change? Because sometimes the deepest change starts in silence, with your eyes closed, inside you. Conclusion: are you ready to create your own viral routine? You've just discovered Ashton Hall's routine, the one that has captivated millions and inspired an army of people to take control of their lives. But remember, it's not perfection that matters. It's consistency. Start small, adapt this routine to your lifestyle, and above all, commit to yourself. Tell me in the comments which step inspires you the most. Which part will you test first thing tomorrow morning? And if this video motivated you, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. We'll see you very soon for a new spark. See you tomorrow morning at 5.